Alright guys, I'm trying here to make a live stream.
You couldn't figure out just what it was. You come to the right place. Secret societies.
These are the more newer videos by Uprising, all really good stuff about digital money, the censorship of YouTube, the demonetization. You know, YouTube doesn't let anyone grow.
All for an
Here's
Uprising.
the demonetization video.
Last show here on this channel. That's right, the last show. This isn't a ploy to get people to sub to my other channels. I woke up this morning and literally they demonetized this channel. Now, for those of you who don't understand, I know a lot of you aren't content creators. When you have a demonetized channel, especially one that a human reviews and says that this channel is not fit for monetization, it becomes a shadow ban channel, which means nobody's going to find it. Which means even if you're someone who's looking for my channel and you write it in the search,
that's definitely
you aren't
true.
going to find it.
You don't
it's going to take time. You have to go through pages. There'll be more videos tagging me, quote unquote, exposing me, than there will be search results for my own videos here. So obviously, I'm really upset and disappointed about this. I mean, in the grand scheme of life, it's something that's not important. But I have lost 6 channels. Last year, I lost 6, and some of the frustration that comes with this, when your channel gets demonetized, like I said, you get shadow banned. And essentially, that means that even my own subscribers will not get notifications and nobody new will find my channel. The whole reason I'm here on YouTube still, and I'm not on another platform monetized, is because I want to reach new people. YouTube is the #1 platform really for people. Young people out there are always on it looking at stuff, and there's a chance they might stumble across my channel based on anything that I'm talking about. Whether they suddenly become interested in world events, whether it's looking up one of their celebrities that they false worship unknowingly, and then it helps wake them up. And in this awakening, I think a lot of people are focused on current events and things like that, which I am as well. But my focus too is on waking up new people, because there can't be a movement and things can't occur without waking up new people. But on top of that, I want people to be able to understand what's happening and find Christ, because that's ultimately what I do this for. I don't care if people don't believe that or not. That is the truth. And, you know, I honestly, you know, it's total, excuse me, but, you know, it's total bullshit is really what it is, that I have to keep doing this. And I'm not going to stop doing it ever. And literally, you know, if I have to take it to the streets, I will. I've said it before. Obviously, it's something I'm thinking more and more about, but it's been pretty frustrating. For those of you who don't know, I mean, a lot of you are new to my channel within the last year or two. I have, you know, older channels that, one channel, my main channel, originally, you know, blew up right off the bat. I mean, within a year, I had 400,000 subs for the most part. They then shut the channel down, deleted it entirely, only to come back 6 months later. But when they did that, I built out another channel, and that channel went up to 500,000 subs in about a year and a half. And I was reaching, you know, 100,000, you know, viewers a video. 50,000 would be like a minimum bottom out. And, you know, it was really good. I was able to wake up a lot of people. And then what ends up happening is, you know, I don't expect people to have me as a part of their life. You know, I'm just a YouTuber. So they go in, they see what's in their feed, and then, you know, if you're just suddenly will forget about me. That's what they want you to do. Right? You don't see me in the feed, you see other things in the feed, you forget that I ever existed, and, you know, maybe something will happen in your day-to-day life that would make you search for my channel. Is it fair? Of course not. Do I think it's the most extreme thing in the world? Of course not. I mean, I know everybody goes through their own things. It's just frustrating is what it is, because it's already hard enough. So, even on my, you know, I find myself, you know, watching what I say, because I'm so used to doing so much content on here and constantly altering what I say, and still they do this crap. There was no reason behind the demonetization. You know, you could see the thing, I put it on the screen. You know, what's the reasoning for it? Other than the fact that they have no reasoning for it. They say, you know, somebody reviewed the channel. I mean, look, I had 2 videos, the videos on the weekend I put up about Anonymous and about, another Putin video. They wanted those to be reviewed by a human. They put up a yellow flag, which normally I'll just take the video down and put it on my website, because I know that it's probably controversial and it'll probably get me a strike or something. But I actually let them review it, and they approve both videos. And then a day later, they say, oh, your whole channel is now demonetized. So we approved your videos over the weekend, but we decide that, yeah, we don't want your channel here on this platform monetized, so we're going to shadow ban you and just let you speak to a minimal amount of people, which, again, I'm grateful for the amount of people that I have listening to the channel. It's not the point. It's just, when you're pretty good at something and you're working really hard at it, which I do, I make a lot of content. I spend a lot of hours a day researching. Even if you think a video, you're like, oh, that's not a lot of work. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to go through TV shows and have to screenshot or video capture, then edit it. It takes time. It takes a lot of time sometimes. You even have to watch one of these movies takes an hour or two, right? To be able to screen capture it, which is what I was working on. And now that new video I'm uploading on my other channel today, which is my new main channel for now. And there's only 49,000 people over there. And, I recommend you subscribe to it if you want to watch the content. If you don't, then don't. I don't know what else to say at this point. But for people who listen all the time, I know that there's people out there that don't, and they just watch stuff that they want to watch. I know that there's an amount of trolls that watch because they can't get enough, which is just really creepy and bizarre. But one of the problems, too, that I run into is that, there are a lot of good truther channels that don't get taken down and things like that. And I always see people, they're like, oh, it must be a shill. This person's still going. This person's still going. The reason that they're still going is because they're not getting mass flagged by people. I have groups that mass flag my stuff because they're butthurt, because they're little pansies. And they'll get theirs in due time. Don't worry about that. But that's one of the reasons that it constantly goes down. And then whenever a human being reviews my channel, they do this. They know who I am. They're very well aware. I mean, one of my channels, I have billions of views between my channels. Billions, which is insane to think about. But this is what, now I'm back down to 50,000. And I never seem to get over 100. If I do, it goes quick before I can get my plaque for everybody out there. Maybe I'll just buy a plaque off of eBay and show you how I feel about it. But it's pretty disappointing. I'm not somebody who's prideful. I don't care really about numbers and things like that. As long as my channel is not getting shadow banned, I feel like I have the type of content, and I feel like I present pretty decent content where people will, if they see it and stumble across it, they might subscribe. They might, right? Either, and some won't, but, when they shadow ban it and do this kind of stuff, it's just so frustrating. And I'm more disappointed in myself because I feel like I'm not figuring out a way to get around the algorithm. I feel like I pretty much invented the second speak here, where you just use new words to get around the algorithm, which I've done and been fine. But somebody clearly sat down and watched my channel, and it says, during a recent review, our team of policy specialists carefully looked over the videos you've uploaded to your channel. We found that a significant portion of your channel is not in line with our YouTube partner program policies. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize, and you will not have access to monetization tools.
They don't give you any answer either.
Another thing on top of that, which is frustrating, is they keep whatever you make on YouTube, which isn't a lot because they take the large portion of it. Whatever you make, and you get demonetized, they keep it. So whatever I've made between last month and the 7 days of this month, they keep. They just take it like they have a right to. And then, this country is it's absolutely amazing what they're doing and getting away with. And I don't know what else to possibly do other than, I don't know. I'm really at a loss for once, but I have a new channel, and I know people are on the website. There's not a ton of people over there. I understand that people can't do it. That's fine.
Goodbye, guys.
I still need to do it because I have to reach new people. Otherwise, what's the point of doing this? I could just be an awake person walking around in the world and, talking to people I run into, which isn't very many because I don't, interact with people too much, but talking to, people I know about this stuff instead of you guys. And I mean, that's fine, and I'm glad to do that, but I feel I was called to help wake people up, that I have a way of doing so that's unique and different than some people, and other people have their styles, and that's why I have respect for everybody who does this, whatever their topic that they might be discussing is. Everyone has their own way, their own voice. People like one person's voice compared to another. The point is just to help people wake up, because the stuff they're doing is so obvious. You have to be blind in both eyes completely to not see what they're doing. And even then, you should be able to see. You could be literally blind. You should be able to see what they're doing because it's so ridiculously obvious. So This channel is now officially dead. I could reapply for monetization, but it's not going to happen. I've been waiting for years on my other channels.
It's in
One
March
of them,
2021, nearly a year. I remember one from 2020 took
2021. It takes
forever.
a month, they say. That was the second time I had to do it because every time I do it, they give me a strike on another video for no reason whatsoever, like bullying Jared Leto, just so I can't apply for monetization. And the process just goes on and on and on. It's a facade, a mirage, really. The entire platform is tainted. We know that. We know Susan Wojcicki is a witch. We know that, well, more than a witch, a warlock's more like it. But anyway, I'm rambling a little bit. I have a new video going up on my other channel. That's where I'll be uploading now. They're in the website, and I got to keep building these out. I don't want to give up, and I don't want to quit. This is just total bullshit, is what it is. And I know nobody wants to hear me curse, but you know what? I'm so sick of. I'm just so sick of this nonsense. Like even when you play by their rules, they discriminate. And to me, this is blatant discrimination against me personally. Because even if they have a policy and they're like, well, you know, we have these new rules, you better oblige by them or we'll throw you off. I'm obliging by their ridiculously stupid rules. I don't even have strikes. I have one strike on this channel. The rule is 3 strikes and you're out. Well, I have 1 strike and they demonetize, which is the same thing as deleting your channel. The only difference is at least people can still view some of the videos that are up. But other than that, no one's going to find it. And you could see that even recently over the weekend, I figured I was getting shadow banned again because nobody was getting notifications, as per usual, is what happens when they're about to get demonetized. And anytime I get close to 100,000, it happens. So I'm not sitting here doing Cry Me a River. I'm sure you're all sick of hearing it. I don't blame you. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm only making this video and leaving it up here so that people know where they can find me now. If they watch it today or they watch it in 10 weeks. My channel is pasted below. I have 2 of them. Okay? One's got a blue background, one has a fire in the background. And of course, it's only a matter of time then. I mean, I've literally cut talking about COVID over here and strictly doing that on the website. Because every time I talk about COVID, I talk about nanobots, I get demonetized or I get a strike. So, I do that on the website. Over there, I'm talking about, the correlation with AIDS now, which I talked about in 2020. Now they're coming out, even admitting studies are showing that people who got vaccinated took AIDS. Of course. And, whatever. This video will probably get a strike too. But the video, those types of videos are up on my website. And I'll stop rambling now. You can find me over on my new channel. This is just total bull crap. And I don't know. Get to a point where it's like John Rambo, right? They kept pushing. And they keep pushing. And it's not just me. They do it to all of us. And you can sit here and say it's not fair. It's not about not being fair. It's just blatant discrimination. It's like I'm talking about movies and music videos that feature Satanism on YouTube. And I talked a little bit about the war. There's nothing on here.
Super Bowl prediction. Oh, I have a Super Bowl prediction. Probably came true as well. Well, the halftime show definitely did. See if that'll run for a half hour or so.
If you've ever had this feeling
Live on TikTok
terribly wrong in the world
for a week or so.
but you couldn't
Can't
figure
build on
out
another channel yet.
just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I wanted to talk about the silent war that'll be going on during the Super Bowl. And that, of course, involves 5G. There'll be a massive push of 5G during the Super Bowl. The technology, of course, will be like the stuff I've talked about over the years with Pokemon Go, where people in the stadium will be interacting and doing things on their phones, where they'll be seeing things in front of them that aren't really there, the blurring of the lines between what's real and what's not. Of course, as always, I usually cover the halftime show. If there is satanic symbolism in it, I guarantee there will be, so I'll likely cover it. So stay tuned for that. And the commercials, of course. So I will tell you right now, you can expect to see 5G being pushed in the commercials, and you could definitely expect to see virtual hell being pushed, whether it's a company pushing the virtual goggles or whether it's the metaverse slowly transitioning people into getting ready for that reality, showing you how wonderful reality can be inside of a virtual world versus this horrible world that we supposedly live in. And, you know, the reason that this world is crumbling is because they're deliberately doing it. This is part of the Great Reset. They've done nothing but divide people. They've enslaved people. They've imprisoned people in their own homes. This is all being done on purpose. And the metaverse is going to be their light at the end of the tunnel, which is really just going to be a deception into hell. But that's another story for another day. I will cover that if it's all done during the Super Bowl, which I expect it to be. I will cover it in the coming days, probably today or tomorrow, as well as the halftime show. But the 5G stuff, this is SoFi Stadium. So this is supposed to be the stadium that's got the largest hookup of 5G in the country as far as stadiums go. Obviously, it'd be probably 100,000 people there. One of the things that they're doing as well, which they've been doing at Super Bowls, I'm not 100% sure what the situation is because there's not a ton of articles about it, but cashless. Last year at the Super Bowl, they did a cashless Super Bowl where you couldn't pay with cash. I'm not sure if they're doing it here, but I know it is being integrated in some way. Will they be pushing cashless transactions at the game? So you might get a reward or a bonus or something if you do cashless stuff and tap with your card type of thing, type of technology, or use your phone to pay. Because again, they're going to slowly, and it's not really such a slow push anymore. It's going to become faster and faster. The metaverse might be a slower push, but the 5G stuff's obviously been getting pushed on us for years. So you'll be seeing that. And the cable guy, of course, will be making a return. How funny, because if you've listened to my channel before, you've listened to others talking about Jim Carrey's role as a satanic high priest in Hollywood. I've covered some of the stuff that he's done, said, his paintings. The guy is, who better, right, to be pushing the 5G than him while they're in Hollywood? So he's reprising his role as cable guy, and Verizon is pushing their massive, massive push for what this Super Bowl will look like, which I'll show you right now. Keep a close eye on some of the quotes from Jim Carrey about the world.
Humanoids have long felt the need to escape the rigors of life through streaming content. And it is I, only I, who possess the necessary skills to fulfill that need. It is my purpose.
Cable guy!
We're just days away from the big game, steps from SoFi Stadium, and Verizon is about to turn this party ultra.
Now, did you recognize the guy at the door in that commercial teaser?
I think the cable guy is back. Jim Carrey will reprise his role for our 5th big game commercial, and it's all about 5G home and 5G business internet. Can't wait to catch the spot.
For fans lucky enough to watch the Bengals and Rams battle it out at SoFi Stadium, keep your devices handy. Verizon 5G Multiview in the NFL Ticket Holder app will give up to 7 different camera angles, project AR overlays of NFL's next-gen stats for players, and offer access to instant replays.
And instant is the name of the game when it comes to real-time interaction. NFL Ultra Toss is an interactive mobile game available in the NFL Ticket Holder app with new features that enable users to view scores and compete directly with other fans playing in real time.
And when the teams take their snaps on Sunday, so will the fans. We're partnering with Snapchat for an AR 5G Connect lens to give fans at SoFi the chance to team up and battle with other groups of fans to take control of a giant virtual airship hovering above the field.
Okay, crank up the volume. Let's talk halftime.
Woo!
The Pepsi Super Bowl 56 halftime show Ultra Pass, powered by Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband, is a first-of-its-kind mobile experience offering unprecedented access to the most anticipated Pepsi halftime ever. Download the Pepsi Halftime mobile app to feel like you're a part of the show.
We've also got a tailgate accessory bundle starting tomorrow that's exclusively available in Verizon stores. Details are in today's story.
Much more coming up this week, including how Verizon will help close the digital divide, enhance the network, and keep public safety agencies well connected.
That's all for today from LA. Until next time.
You're up to speed.
So one of the things I said to keep an eye on before that video clip played was talking about the rigors of life, right? Have long felt the need to escape the rigors of life. These are the types of mind control ploys they're going to use to get people to want to connect more with technology, escaping the rigors of life, faster hookup, right? The necessary. I mean, you could see the eerie feel behind the commercial. It's much deeper, of course, than what they're presenting it as, because they're using Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy to make people think that it's, ha 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 ha, because they're all zombies. And, talking about humanoids needing to escape the rigors of life through streaming content, right? And he's the one who possesses the necessary skills to fulfill that need, and that would be 5G. And then, of course, like I said, I mean, besides the fact, like, look at the behavior of the people. Can I just point that out in the Verizon commercial? Like, are these human beings that act like this? I mean, I'm so embarrassed for how they talk and act. It's so just, oh, man. People, they just act, because they monkey see, monkey do. They act and behave like what they see on that magical box. People are just such tools this day and age. It's unbelievable. But anyway, back to the 5G stuff. So a lot of people have been talking about the 5G as far as there could be some type of event at the stadium, which, of course, the silent warfare is what 5G is about. You can't expect, some people expect it to be like scanners in the stadium, which obviously that could possibly happen. I mean, you could see people's heads explode. But no, of course, that probably wouldn't happen, because then people would become suspicious of what's going on if everybody's heads exploded. But the reality of it is there will be massive 5G going on at the stadium. And, that's one of those things that I talk about with the silent war. These are things that have long-term effects on people. And of course, the brainwashing to get people connected to this type of technology is what they want to push on people. And that all comes with the caveat of not just fast, high-speed internet, but of escaping this world for a better reality. So Jim Carrey, reprising his role as a Cable Guy, they talked about the Verizon, that commercial, giving a huge platform to 5G home and 5G business internet. The halftime show as well will be powered by 5G ultra-wideband, first of its kind mobile experience. So that'll probably be something where people can access it on their phones at home and feel like they're there. This is metaverse type technology where people feel like they're actually there. This is something they're pushing with the virtual world. I've talked about the celebrities having concerts, Ariana Grande, etc., Travis Scott, having concerts in the metaverse, and you could attend it and feel like you're actually there without leaving your living room. Right? They've been pushing that type of mind control as well. You'll see Verizon obviously on the forefront here, but you also probably see a lot of commercials from AT&T or T-Mobile, and then the pushing of this 5G home, where they're pretty much going to talk to you more about how you can imprison yourself in your home, because that's what they're saying. They're saying, get more of these smart devices in your home. Just like that video I did a few days ago. If you didn't see it, the thumbnail is the guy with the veneers, fake denture teeth, about a show from Netflix where they're, everybody's trapped in their home in the year 2050 because their technology controls the locks, AI controls everything. And, it seems like something that's futuristic. I get it. People roll their eyes because they're like, it's not going to happen to me today, so I don't care. But that's what we're heading towards. And then talking about 5G home, which is what Verizon's advertising, I'm sure some of the commercials and some of the propaganda will be about get your home to be a smart home, have smart locks, have smart this, have smart that, have a toilet that flushes on its own because you're too lazy to press the handle. Soon they'll be having something wipe your own rear end on their own, right? Some machine doing it. All of that type of stuff, but getting a smart home. That's what 5G home is. 5G business will be pushing working from home, setting up your business from home permanently, right? They've obviously been easing people in with the outbreak perfectly, because that's part of the plan and why it had to happen for their perspective, to get people on board with this, to getting people used to doing work from home and Zooming with one another. So 5G business will be implementing home office technology, having the speed, the capability to do it, even though you wouldn't even need 5G, but getting people prepared. Imprison yourself in your home, work from home, live at home, your home's yourself. That's the future that they're creating. So powered by the 5G ultra wideband, more than 100 million people in the United States. The company will also showcase the speed and the power of its 5G throughout the game broadcast for an on-field action to immerse mobile access to the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. So a lot of this stuff is like, if you have followed the channel for a while, when I was covering the Pokemon Go 5-6 years ago, you're going to see that now today. at the Super Bowl, or if you're watching this video today, at the Super Bowl, if you're watching this after the Super Bowl, you'll see a lot of this stuff interacting, people walking around with phones, and you'll see avatars, not memes, anime, that type of stuff, virtually in the space that they're looking at through the phone. So the phone is like, you might be walking with your phone down around your waist, right, texting, and then seeing this, people holding it up where they can see it in real time through their eyes, right? And this is blurring the lines of reality, which is what exactly is coming and they're doing right now and prepping people for. So throughout the game, they're going to be using that type of technology, and this is to ease people in. So keep an eye on all that stuff. Like I said, keep an eye out for the metaverse garbage. They'll be pushing it. I'll be covering the commercials and all the other stuff because there's going to be plenty of propaganda. Usually about 100 million people watch the show or watch the Super Bowl, which I guess is a show, and they fill it with agendas and propaganda. And you're going to see this year, I know a lot of people watch this stuff and then they say, well, we're going to look for the satanic symbols and signs, which of course has always happened. I've covered the Super Bowl halftime shows. People call me out, you're trying to cover it because it gets views. First of all, nothing that I do goes viral anymore. That's been prevented by YouTube. But they're always there, the signs and the symbols. Now the agendas are full right in front of our faces. The commercials are going to be all these things that I discussed here on the channel. Don't be surprised even to see the black goo pop up, because this is what they're doing. Of course, they'll thank the frontline workers. There'll be commercials for that too. The propaganda will be thick, because there'll probably be more people viewing it now more than ever. More and more people are home, and of course, there's not much going on. So they usually get together for their little parties where they get completely brainwashed. They don't even realize what they're doing. Hence, they're pushing Super Bowl parties, which wasn't even a thing 20 years ago, but now it is. Now it is, so they can all get together and get zombified. So I'll keep an eye on it for you. Just be forewarned with the 5G stuff. It won't be a scanner-like scenario, but it'll be a massive indoctrination. I thank you guys for being here. Hope you're doing well. God bless you and your families.